I can do what I want, bitch. Yeah, I have sex and I don't use protection. It's my hot body. I'll do what I want. I don't go to school and I kill people. Whatever. I'll do what I want. Do what I want.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's doing great on this lovely 21st day of November, 2023. Just want to start off by, if you don't see me for a couple days after this, go over to either Rumble or X, because Media Matters is an asshole organization, and they're incredibly litigious. And they'll probably be sending takedowns for different shit. So, yeah. So if I'm not here, it's because they struck me. But with that being said, let's say hello to everybody and get right into it, because this one's a fun one, for me at least. Doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about it. Just means Media Matters is asshole, and we'll see what happens. Dog Mama, hello, hello. Bad Desert, hello. Ghostry, what's up? Jason, what's up, man? Jacob Castro, hello, hello. Apparently Ukraine wants or want, well, they probably want both. What's up, Genitals? And that looks like the crew for right now. Ozzy Overlord threatened to come over, but I haven't seen him yet, so we'll see if he pops over this way. Speaking of, thanks, buddy. I just got your thing. Yeah, I didn't even know where the hell to look for it. All right, so we should probably start at the beginning. So we're going to go through and we're going to flip through some of these complaints and some of these articles and kind of show what's going on here. So this is the headlines. Pro-Nazi post next to Apple ads. Elon Musk X sues Watchdog for its damning report. So they're all on the same team, and yeah, we'll get into the whole why. I just wanted to show you guys some of the definite headlines here. That one's pretty. Some of them have changed their headline too. Some of them have toned it down a little bit, like this specific one from the AP. Musk X sues liberal advocacy group Media Matters over its report on ads next to hate group posts. That one also had the Nazi in there at one point. X sues Media Matters to silence moderation criticism. Oh, that one's cute. Yeah, some of these definitely retracted or kind of step back from their very hateful posts, but or headlines. Elon Musk Media Matters lawsuit will have a chilling effect. Isn't it awesome? What's up, Bobby? Isn't it awesome how every time the conservatives try and push back, there's a chilling effect, and every time liberals steal more power, it's just cost of doing business, or we're all bigots. So, like I said, this one, I love this one. This one was fantastic. From the dying Rolling Stone, fake news. Musk sues media watchdog for reporting on Twitter's Nazi problem. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I saw that too. reporting on Twitter's Nazi problem. I didn't know Twitter had a Nazi problem, for one. And for two, it's not Twitter anymore. They need to definitely get with the times because it's not Twitter anymore. Where the hell's my fake news clip? I haven't used it in a long time, so.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Yep, I agree, Donald. All right, so moving on. Here's one attacking his credibility. Musk sues Media Matters as advertising exodus continues. Here's another Hollywood reporter. Elon Musk X sues Media Matters amid advertiser exodus. Company takes issues with the methodology the group used to issue its report and says that pairing ads next to anti-Semitic content is exceedingly rare. So we're going to get to the lawsuit and all that kind of stuff. I'm proud of Elon. He's kind of going at this hard, really hard. So taking it from headlines to, I wanted to show you this NBC piece. This is a 4-minute, so we'll stop it and give commentary to transform the content. Oh yeah, they always do. That's just to make it so that they, make him look worse than he is. So, so we're gonna go through this real quick, and this is MSNBC.
Information implanted once upon a punched card. Punched card accounting is simply a matter of letting machines shuffle the papers. When machines do the adding and subtracting,
there's a point to this. It takes a minute, but there's a point to this.
And multiplying and comparing and printing, business facts are handled with increased speed and improved accuracy.
Before there were modern-day computers, businesses and governments all over the world used punched card systems to track the flow of data. IBM was a pioneer in the original punch card computing system. In the 1930s and 1940s, one of IBM's main international subsidiaries was in Hitler's Germany. And IBM continued to do business in Germany during the lead up to World War II, despite growing international boycotts. In 1937, IBM's CEO, Thomas Watson.
Hang on, I meant to do this. Look at that. They put a picture of him, black and white, with next to the thing that says extremism.
Boycotts. In 1937, IBM's CEO, Thomas Watson, became the first American businessman to be awarded the Medal of the German Eagle by Adolf Hitler himself for bettering economic relations with the Third Reich.
Good.
In his book, IBM and the Holocaust, historian Edwin Black argues that Nazi Germany relied on IBM's punch card technology to carry out their systematic genocide of Europe's Jewish population. He writes, card sorting operations were established in every major concentration camp. People were moved from place to place, systematically worked to death, and their remains cataloged with icy automation. IBM has acknowledged that the Nazis used equipment from IBM's German subsidiary during the war. They have said that the company finds the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime abhorrent and categorically condemns any action which aided their unspeakable acts. IBM has not confirmed allegations of deeper involvement in the Holocaust, saying that many of its records from that time were destroyed or lost.
Hey, Melissa. MSNBC is never mind. Equating Musk to the Nazi regime. Yeah. And they keep putting in the picture back and forth, and they're trying to just put that image in your head so that they can. I mean, it's insane. It's insane to see it. And is IBM going to get canceled next because somebody did something a long time ago? I mean, yeah, Ford heavily involved with the Germans. All the banking, all the everything. Like, why? I mean, there were so many companies that were working in one of the largest powers at the time. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they have, you know, helped their economy at the time? I mean, just asinine that they make this false equivalency with everything. Oh no, without punch cards, the Nazis never could have done it. There's no way to keep records by writing it down. Punch cards for racisms. Yes. Well, I wonder if I wonder if we're getting to the point where computers are racisms now. Do you think that's where we're at? Are computers racisms and nobody told me? Because I'm using a computer right now. Shit. Is IBM still in business? I don't know. IBM is operating as Lexmark. Oh, the shit printer company? Coco Chanel was a Nazi sympathizer. Yeah, Henry Ford was, too. And there's so many. I mean, it would be like a country not today, let's equate it to something, not doing business in China or not having their products made in China. Like, there he is. Thanks for sending that over, buddy. I couldn't find it, but I appreciate it. Just imagine unhinged that is, though, punch cards are racist because Nazis used them. Yeah. It's gotten to the point of insanity at this point. Oxygen is. Yeah. Yep. Of course, rockets are. We wouldn't have been to the moon without Wernher von Braun and the Nazi rocket program. I mean, we'd have been totally fucked. So, I guess there's another one. Rockets and computers. Like, I am way behind the 8 ball. Like, do we have to? Is it going to be like fuck the social credit score? Is it the Nazi degree of separation score? Like, maybe we'll do that sometime. We'll all see how much we have, in common, and maybe that's how canceled we get. But we'll continue this video.
Lost during the war. But it is safe to say that IBM understands the potential danger of what happens when information technology is used for hateful and anti-Semitic purposes. Yesterday, IBM officially suspended all of its advertising on the platform X, formerly known as Twitter, after a report from Media Matters found that its advertisements had appeared next to tweets promoting Hitler and Nazism. An ex-executive responded by saying the company has done a sweep on the accounts that Media Matters found, and they will no longer be monetizable, and that the specific posts will be labeled sensitive media. To be clear here, they are not taking down the Hitler Nazi tweets. They are going to label them sensitive. That same day, ex-owner
You shouldn't take it down. It's called free speech, you dumb bitch.
Anti-Semitic tweet on the platform, one accusing
Sorry,
Jews
that was
of
maybe a
pushing
little bit too
hatred
much
against whites. Musk told the anti-Semitic user, "You have said the actual truth." CNBC reports that that tweet prompted other companies to also pause their ads on the platform, companies including Apple and Disney and Comcast.
Like, that's free speech. And free speech has to extend to the speech that you most disagree with. That's the one that is most critical to protect. Yeah, am I a Nazi sympathizer? No, not even a little bit. Like, holy shit. But like, I should be able to say whatever the hell I want. That's what I was talking about the other day when I said, well, anti-Semitic is... When the hell did being anti-Semitic become a crime? Yeah, I don't think you should be. I don't think you should be anti-anybody. I think we should be good to everybody and not judge people based on fucking dumb characteristics. But, like, it should be my prerogative to be anti-Semitic if that's what I choose to do. Ozzy wins. He's canceled. Yes. Mm-hmm. You know who is also a carbon-based life form that drink water? Oh, shit. I think we're all on this page now. I do love how these people whine about Nazi so much that openly supporting Ukraine's Nazi armies and told me I was hateful for not supporting their war. Yeah. Well, it's even more. It's even more now that we have the Israel-Palestine thing, because who are you going to support? And you're seeing them ripped apart because their bullshit is so shallow, and it's not deeply rooted in any actuality of thought or real comfortable situation where, like, there are certain things that, yeah, I'll concede, or I'm not going to go to bat for, but there are certain core values of mine that I'm not giving up on. I'm not giving up on my First Amendment. I'm not giving up on my Second Amendment. I'm not giving up on my country. Fight me. Let's go. Funny that how they are conveniently forgetting, even if it was legit, it's free speech. Yeah, well, they don't care about free speech. It doesn't exist anymore. I was accurate? What? Not in America anymore. Not in America anymore. Hey, free speech. Fuck you, Bobby. Hey, amazing. Label people as complaining as sensitive instead of the tweet. Yeah. Anti free speech. That's exactly what a Fed would say. Hey, wait, they're anti-Jewish. I spoke to a Jordanian yesterday. He's told that he's anti-Semitic. Guess what? He is Semitic, right? And that's the thing. They are Semites, and to say, yeah, it's all fucked. Like, the whole thing's fucked. Khazarians don't count, but they want to think. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know what any of those words mean. But Semitic also means the region of people, Arabics in the area. So, oh, it censored the other thing I was saying. At least you're accurate about the lady. All right, let's finish this last minute.
This network's parent company. Despite the backlash, Elon Musk, the richest man in the world and the owner of several of the world's most important technology companies, he is now openly agreeing with some of the most poisonous right-wing anti-Semitism that is out there. There is a dark history of what happens when American business leaders become complicit or active participants in this kind of anti-Semitism. The question now is, how do we as a society respond?
We don't respond at all. We let the man say what the hell he wants to say. Just because he's the richest man in the world doesn't mean that he can't say what the fuck he wants to say. These people are so stupid. It's hard to even fathom what the fuck is going on anymore. Because these people are so stupid. All right. Advertisers that reportedly pulled ads recently see the list, including Disney and Apple. Well, screw both those companies, but so we'll go down through. So these are the huge list of companies that are killing his. Exactly, and I did. Yes, exactly. That's how we fucking respond. Apple, Comcast, NBC Universal, Disney. I better be quiet now that I better be quiet on Comcast now that the fucking new SEC rules have went through. They could throttle my internet speeds. Probably why they've been throttling my internet speeds. Disney, European Union, IBM, Lionsgate Entertainment, Paramount Global, and Warner Brothers Discovery. Honestly, I won't miss any of those companies whatsoever. My family does enjoy Disney, full disclosure. And my wife's always been really excited about Disney. I've always, we've always went to Disney, that kind of thing. They're not the company that they once were. They should stop playing in politics. It's probably a good start. But full disclosure, I do and have given serious considerable amounts of money to Disney, but the rest of these companies, I don't really give a shit. I don't watch movies, as we know. I hate the European Union and most British people. That, you know what? I was playing with, maybe I shouldn't out him, but fuck him. I was playing with Ozzy earlier, and the lag was like horrific. Like horrific. Yeah. Disney's being joined by Comcast, Paramount Global, where a spokesperson for the companies confirmed to the Washington Post on Friday that they had just suspended ads on the platform. Apple and IBM also suspended ads on X this week, just a day after Musk agreed to claims that Jewish people are replacing whites with immigrants from minority groups. So we're going to go through how we got here. Actually, this was the first tweet, you disingenuous fucks. So we're gonna go through all these attached tweets, and I could go to his thing, but I'd rather just be lazy and use these ones. Oh, it's gonna take me there anyways. Shit. Okay, so this started right here. White House response to Elon Musk and Andrew J. Bates, 46. None of these opinions are mine. YouTube. Yeah. That's exactly what. Shit, bro. Universal. So, quick aside, we were going to go to Universal because my wife loves Harry Potter and my kids do too. I don't, but whatever. Universal's like $140 and you have to buy all 3 parks. So you can't even go between because they're all in different shit now. It was kind of fucky, like honest. Because we were looking at it. We were going to go this summer and it was too much. So, too much. Playing with all. Oh, I already got that one. Isn't Universal a WB thing? I don't think so. I don't know. I know they're all the same damn companies. I don't know. I haven't looked. You tried messing with your server today and gave up. All right, so we're gonna start. None of these views are mine. None of these views reflect myself, the channel, or any of our commenters in any way. Potentially. I don't know. We'll read them and see. It's acceptable to repeat the hideous lie behind the most fatal act of anti-Semitism in American history at any time, let alone 1 month after the deadliest day for the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Like President Biden said weeks ago, memorializing the victims of the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting. The October 7th devastating atrocity has brought to the surface painful memories left by millennia of anti-Semitism. Under his presidency, we will continue to condemn anti-Semitism at every turn. We condemn this abhorrent promotion of anti-Semitic and racist hate in the strongest terms, which runs against our core values as Americans. We all have a responsibility to bring people together against hate and an obligation to speak out against anyone who attacks the dignity of their fellow Americans and compromises safety of our communities. I don't think there's anything ridiculous there. So Elon Musk responds, "You have said the actual truth." Okay. Still not seeing a hell of a lot here. Then we get into the ADL unjustly attacks the majority of the West, despite the majority of the West supporting the Jewish people and Israel. This is because they cannot, by their own tenets, criticize the minority groups who are their primary threat. It is not right and needs to stop. So that's kind of the basis of what's going on. there's nothing there that says, oh my God, this guy's a Nazi that deserves to be fucking canceled for the rest of his life and lose all his businesses. So there's one more. Wait, why is it? Is that one gone now? Not right. Needs to stop. Sorry, I'm trying to find this last one, but it's not coming up. So we'll just read it from here. It says, this won't help you bring in the ad spend. To be honest, just stick to your principles. I am sticking to my principles. As for any fake advocacy groups who seek to surpass free speech, they should remember that karma is real. Correct. Correct. Absolutely correct. Now you're getting it. I feel like one of these days we're all going to be uncanceled because the re-education camps will be doing just fine. We'll be starting to learn it. We'll be starting to pick it up. We'll be starting to get it. So again, I've combed Mr. Musk's Twitter. Elon, if the real ballsy thing would do is if we're about to shit on Media Matters and they decide to be dicks and take action, if you jumped in and helped the mighty defend himself. Just saying, brother. So that is where I truly do not see anything. They're trying to smear him before he files a lawsuit against the ADL. Right. Yeah. Because he had a fight with the ADL. There's some tweets that didn't make sense there either. Who's noticing? Don't tell him. Don't tell him. Don't tell him. So, then we get into, I don't know this Linda Yaccarino. X point of views has always been very clear that discrimination by anyone should stop across the board. I think it's something we should all agree on. When it comes to this platform, X has also been extremely clear about his efforts to, this seems like it might be his attorney. Yep, I'm just some asshole on the internet. Don't take anything I say serious, ever. I think it's something we can and should all agree on. When it comes to this platform, X has been extremely clear about efforts to combat anti-Semitism and discrimination. There's no place for it anywhere in the world. It's ugly and wrong, full stop. So, I think it's just interesting that I truly don't see anything wrong with any of these posts. Oh, that's X's new CEO? I don't fucking pay attention. All right, so now we go down the rabbit hole in the bend, and we'll get to this in a minute. But so this was filed a couple days ago, and he did indeed file the lawsuit. But the split-second court opens on Monday. X Corp will be filing a thermonuclear lawsuit against Media Matters and all those who colluded in its fraudulent attack on our company. So this is what happened next. Allegedly happened next. So I was looking for someplace that might have what actually happened, but they're all spinning it the other way. So apparently next to these posts, there is all this information, and advertisers were getting their information posted next to these anti-Semitic quote unquote posts. We'll get to that. I wanted to get through his post first, and then we'll go there. Stand with X to protect free speech. This week, Media Matters for America posted a story that completely misrepresented the real user experience on X in another attempt to undermine freedom of speech and mislead advertisers. Oh shit, I'm good. I can say whatever I want. How you doing, Skad? Above everything, including profit, X works to protect the public right to free speech. But for the speech to be truly free, we must also have the freedom to see and hear things that some people may consider objectionable. Agreed. We believe that everyone has the right to make up their own minds about what to read, watch, or listen to, because that's the power of freedom of speech. And again, freedom of speech is one of those things where you have to protect it almost more when you don't agree. Because at some point, you're going to say something that somebody else doesn't agree with, and you're going to want it to certainly sorry, I was reading something. You're going to want it to certainly be there for you when you need it. It's one of those things where, yeah, I may not agree, I may not, but I've never told anybody that they can't say something. Like, I think it's wrong. I think we have the freedom of speech here in America, and I've told Bob not saying anything, but he's not American, so just a refresher course here. The First Amendment provides Congress make no law representing or respecting establishment of religion or prohibiting free exercise. It protects freedom of speech, the press, assembly, and the right to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So, despite our clear and consistent position, X is a number of attacks from groups like media members and legacy media outlets who seek to undermine freedom of expression on our platform because they perceive it as a threat to their ideological narrative and those of their financial supporters. These groups try to use their influence to attack our revenue streams by deceiving advertisers on X. They very well could be. My internet's been shitty all day. Yeah. And the government had everything to do with it. We saw that by the Twitter files. We saw that the government had backdoors to limit speech, especially around January 6th. I agree freedom is very important. If we wipe out the past and people's views, we're condemned to repeat. Yeah, and we have to be able to, if we all just keep going down this path where everybody has to agree, everything has to be so sanitized, everything has to be so orderly and complete, I think it's a dangerous path. I think the only way that we grow and the only way that we get better, the only way that we develop new things, the only way that we have all these things happen to us is that we actually start communicating. And there's got to be disagreement, and there's going to be things that people don't like. And we've lost the ability with the censorship and the complete whitewashing of any kind of speech. We've lost the ability to have a conversation, try and have a debate or an argument or a conversation on today's internet or with today's youth. There's no debate there. There's no minds changing. There's no points made. People can't debate shit anymore. Nothing. Possible the stream froze for a second. I had to click live. Yeah, but that's like a couple different people, so. Yeah, I'm not sure. If I was a company, I would not want my ad placed next to an anti-Semitic comment, but that's a risk you take when you place an ad on the internet, especially on a message board like Twitter. Like, if you were selective, or like a YouTube video, if you're selective on what you want, then obviously, yeah, you can pay a premium to not have that happen, but you're going to have your ad placed next to something that's unsavory or doesn't align with your opinions. Here's an idea. Let's stop placing ads next to everything. That might help too. See, my internet's fantastic, Bobby, because I checked it after I was having that problem with Ozzy. and my internet is 1.1 gig per second. So yep. And yes, it does. Oh God, I can't wait. Let him stay. I need the views. They don't know how to think. They don't know how to think critically. They don't know how to argue their positions or anything like that. Oh, damn, Dazzer. I'm not going to read that, but it's up. You guys can see it. My mic was cutting in and out. Huh. Yeah, 1048 megabits per second. Just ran it again. So upload is 636.17 megabits per second. So there should be no speed issues. I'll keep an eye on my soundboard, see if that does anything, but advertisers don't care just how Google will slap ads on practically anything. Yeah, exactly. No, I said it's acting like shit. Like the speeds are fine, everything's fine, but it's acting like shit. That's why I said it seems like there's some kind of issue. I have speeds. It's just acting like shit. What? Okay, I'll keep an eye on it, but fuck you, Bobby. I said it's acting like shit. My speeds have been good. That's why I ran a speed test, because it was acting like shit, but the speed was great. Nope. Nobody's here. Yeah, they were doing that too. All right, so back to this. Oh shit. Here are the facts on Media Matters research. To manipulate and the public and advertisers, Media Matters created an alternate account and curated the posts, and advertising appeared on the account's timeline to misinform advertisers about the placement of their posts. A contrived these experience could be applied to any platform. Once they curated their feed, they repeatedly refreshed their timelines to find rare instances of ads serving next to the content they chose to follow. Our logs indicate they forced the scenario, resulting in 13 times the number of ads served compared to the median ads served to an X user. Over 5.5 billion impressions on X that day, and less than 50 total ad impressions were served against all of the organic content featured in the Media Matters article. For one brand showcased in the article, one of its ads ran adjacent to a post 2 times, and that ad was seen in that setting by only 2 users, one of which was the author of the Media Matters article. For another brand showcased in the article, 2 of its ads served adjacent to 2 posts 3 times, and that was the only seen in this setting by 1 user, the author of Media Matters article. So what they're alleging is that they set this up to bring the posts up. So they just kept refreshing it to get a new ad so that they could make a situation where they were bringing the post up to capture it. And it was the individual that wrote the article. Media Matters article also highlights 9 posts they believe that should not be allowed on X. Upon evaluation, only 1 of the 9 organic posts featured in the article violated our content policies, and we've taken action on it under our freedom of speech, not reach enforcement approach. Here's the summary of it all. X will protect the public right to free expression. We will not allow agenda-driven activists or even our profits to deter our vision. Everyone on X has a choice. User and brand control on X is superior to a year ago. Of course you'd say superior, because you're a supremacist, Elon. No, I love you. I'm just kidding, dude. Data wins over allegiances. Allegations. Sorry. Media Matters does not reflect the user experience on X. This is incredibly small. Why could you not put it in a fucking document that I could download? Elon. As we've seen in some parts of the world, when free expression is taken away, it's very dangerous and hard to get back. That's why the people who came before us fought so hard to protect. Without freedom of speech, we will lose the checks and balances critical to a thriving democracy. We must defend our individual rights as our lives and flourishing society depend on it. If you're really in on protecting free speech, then we all need to protect it completely. Stand with the X to protect free speech. So that is it was cute. We were seeing a bunch of shit going down where, oh, he's not really gonna do it, and everybody was saying, oh, it's Monday, he hasn't done it, and then he did it. All right, so in the record of completeness, I know it doesn't make any sense. That's why it's weird. That's why I tested it a couple different times, and it still doesn't make any sense. Fuck community guidelines. But I appreciate what you're doing there. All right, so record of completeness, Media Matters. This is from Media Matters. Far from the free speech advocate he claims to be, Elon Musk is a bully who threatens meritless lawsuits in an attempt to silence reporting that even he confirmed is accurate. Musk admitted the ads at issue ran alongside the pro-Nazi content we identified. If he does sue us, we will win. I don't know about that. I'm not an attorney. Sorry, I'm typing. We all know. We all know. Just hold up. We all know. See, I was looking for the original article because I want to see these things, but I didn't see it from. Maybe it's on Media Matters website, which I have up. It does. It very much does. It was rushed, though. I'm disappointed. Expect more thermonuclear language. Yeah, that was pretty kick-ass. I only saw a little bit about the dude, but what's up, Grims? Yeah, that's true. We do beat the piss out of Dazzler pretty much all the time. God, has anybody ever been on Media Matters? It's pretty much shit. Not gonna lie. Sounds like a 12-year-old girl wrote everything. Allegedly. So this is Media Matters. This is the headline to their article. It's the anti-Semitism, stupid. Stupid, you stupid. Like, I want to see the actual, all right, this isn't the original one, and I don't want to read too much from these assholes, so. Let's see if we can find it. I mean, look at some of their, here are the companies pulling ads from X. Oh? X is placing ads for Amazon, NBA Mexico, NBA Universal, and others next to content with white nationalist hashtags. Well, we'll look at that too. Like, they pretty much just hate anything even slightly conservative. Okay, so this could be it. Oh, this is probably it. All right, we're getting there. Why don't we start one anti-freedom of speech? Oh, go for it. I'm trying to. Oh my god, this is fucking gold. We're gonna read this. So this is the X is placing ads for Amazon, NBA, Mexico, NBC Universal, and others next content with white nationalist hashtags. Pro Hitler account. X placed ads for brands including the New York Times, Co's, The Athletic, Major League Baseball, the Atlanta Falcons, Sports Illustrated, USA Today, Amazon, and Office Depot on a verified pro-Hitler account that encourages anti-Semitic harassment. Holocaust deniers. X placed ads for brands such as Wall Street Journal, Nokia, FanDuel, Thermo Fisher on accounts of anti-Semites who have denied the Holocaust. It doesn't say who they are, and there's no accurate reporting here. Leading white nationalist group, a bunch of them for a leading white nationalist group. They're literally putting these arbitrary titles and then just leading back to the arbitrary titles. Pro killing of LGBTQ advocates and politicians. Uses social media platform to endorse the killings of politicians and LGBTQ advocates. I don't think that exists. I really don't. I would think there would be an issue there. Neo-Nazi group. Pro-Hitler and Holocaust denier account. Is this the same one up here, or is this one that's twice as bad? Like, anti-Semitic conspiracy theories about 9/11. Oh, good. They did put it. The Sonny Thomas Show. I don't know who Sonny Thomas is, but so there's an Amazon ad. White pride worldwide. Okay. Damn Skippy, time enough for white to say enough. Not white, so I don't know. You guys decide. Take the white pill. It is the way. It's obviously Pepe in a spacesuit. Pretty cool meme. Pretty cool meme. And save. We can all do activism. White Lives Matter. Okay. So you can say, but again, you can say Black Lives Matter, but you can't say White Lives Matter. And there's a NBA Mexico. So what's that supposed to mean? Can someone please explain to me why this is okay? I honestly never knew that all Asian people had such disdain for Caucasians. I will never ever feel a lot of shame for the color of my skin, period. How is that? Now we're getting a little touchy here. We're getting a little close to the sun on that one. And they're more just to the same. I mean, they get smaller, so that's harder. And then you just repost the same one over and over again. The trouble is you think you have time. Okay. Like, again, I have no problem with any of this because this is protected speech. I don't see anything that is dangerous or threatening or anything. We need to keep Europe white. This is not my words. These monkeys are going to destroy our beautiful white countries. Follow and support me. Okay, that's his opinion. How does that have any fucking thing to do with anything? Like, yeah, is it ignorant? Yeah, is it something that I wouldn't say in public? Probably. But Discord's not public, then is it? Anyways. Jewish communities have been pushing the exact dialect of hatred against whites they claim what people do want to stop using against them. I am deeply disinterested in giving the teeniest shit about the Western Jewish populations coming out of a disturbing realization that those hordes of minorities that support flooding their country doesn't exactly like them too much. You want truth said to your face, there it is. The little conspiracy theory to erase the white supremacists who massacred the Pittsburgh Tree of Life synagogue, Musk approves. I didn't gather that. Did anybody get the Jewish shooter out of that at all, even remotely? Don't overlook Fox News because we got to take a shot at them, even though they're on our team now. Jackasses. All right, so this is the original one that started the whole thing, and we'll get through this, and then we'll move on from there. Axios reported Apple is pausing all advertising on X. IBM released statement, suspended all advertising. This is sadly true, something that most will never be able to see. What people think a spiritual awakening is like versus what it's actually like. How is that anything? There's a prominent multicultural supporter here who wants to take in more immigrants, but refuses to consider the same for Israel. Yeah. I didn't say anything. I just read what was there. I can't read this shit, but I think it's the same thing. They're saying how the Third Reich decriminalized abortion to, I mean, yeah. So again, I don't see anything wrong with any of this shit. This is history in gray. Like, this is. So does that mean, so let me get this straight. So does that mean that since these people are posting pictures of Hitler, that anybody that posts a picture of Hitler is then anti-Semitic? Because now Media Matters is very anti-Semitic, if we're being honest. If we're being honest, then Media Matters is very anti-Semitic by their repeated posts of Nazi symbolism. I'm just saying. I mean, all right. So now we have the actual post. We have blah, blah, blah. Oh, right. There we go. So now we're going to go. And again, I'm not an attorney. I think Ozzy will probably do one on here or on this. So, but we'll read the. Jesus Christ, I wish lawyers didn't write so damn much. All right, so we'll read the first 3 pages because that's a complaint. Defendant Media Matters for America, Media Matters, is the self-proclaimed media watchdog that decided it would not let the truth get in the way of a story that it wanted to publish about X-Corp. Looking to portray X's social media networking platform has been dominated by white nationalists and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. Media Matters knowingly and maliciously manufactures side-by-side images depicting advertised posts on X-Corp social media platform beside neo-Nazi and white nationalist fringe content, and portrayed these manufactured images as if they were just typical X users' experience on the platform. Matters designated both these images and its resulting media strategy to drive advertisers from the platform and destroy X Corp. Plaintiff X Corp operates the X social media platform with over 500 million active monthly users. X facilitates free expression and open discourse by enabling its users to create and share their own content and to message and comment on other users' posts. Do pages 1 through 4 and 6 through 11? Okay. Subsequently to users in feeds, which occasionally include paid advertisements, the overwhelming source of X Corp's revenue. Users shape their own experiences on X. Users curate the content on their own feeds by choosing to follow other users, thereby determining which posts are presented to them. Most users are served a variety of content based on an algorithm that takes into account of who that user follows and what the user engages with. But X also provides its users the option to forego algorithmically suggested posts altogether, thereby enabling a user to view only the content that user chooses to view. As the most prominent online platform dedicated to hosting free speech, X and its predecessor Twitter have long been in the target of Media Matters. And just the last year, Media Matters has published a series of articles threatening X's relationship with massive multinational advertisers and global publishers, including Amazon, eBay, MLB, New York Times, Samsung, Sports Illustrated, Wall Street Journal, USA Today, Office Depot, Nokia, Dish, Bayer, Tyson Foods, Honeywell, Discovery, FanDuel, Thermo Fisher, National Women's Soccer League, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Atlanta Falcons, Manchester City, DraftKings, FanDuel, T-Mobile, and The Atlantic. This November alone, Media Matters released over 20 articles and counting, disparaging both X Corp and Elon Musk, a blatant smear campaign. For the last 7 years, Media Matters has falsely portrayed Twitter, now X, as risky, unsafe platform for advertisers. Contrary to these efforts, 99% of X's measured ad placement in 2023 has appeared adjacent to content scoring above the Global Alliance for Responsible Media Brand Safety floor. Undeterred by the truth, Media Matters has opted for new tactics in its campaign to drive advertisers from X Media. Matters has manipulated the algorithms governing the user experience on X to bypass safeguards and create images of X's largest advertisers, paid posts adjacent to racist, incendiary content, leaving the false impression that these pairings are anything but what they actually are: manufactured, inorganic, and extraordinarily rare. Media Matters executed this plot in multiple steps, as X's internal investigations have revealed. First, Media Matters accessed accounts that have been active for at least 30 days, bypassing X's ad filter for new users. Media Matters then exclusively followed a small subset of users containing entirely of accounts in one of the two categories: those known to produce extreme fringe content and accounts owned by X's big name advertisers. The end result was a feed precision designed by Media Matters for a single purpose: to produce side-by-side ad content placements that it could screenshot in an effort to alienate advertisers. But this still was not enough to create pairings of advertisements and content that Media Matters aimed to produce. Media Matters therefore restored to endlessly scrolling and refreshing its unrepresentative hand-selected feed, generating between 13 and 15 times more advertisements per hour than viewed by the average X user, repeating its inauthentic activity until it finally received pages containing the result it wanted: controversial content next to X's largest advertisers' paid posts. Media Matters omitted mentioning any of this in a report published on November 16th, 2023, that display incidences Media Matters found, quote, on X, advertisers' paid post featured next to neo-Nazi and white nationalist content, nor did Media Matters otherwise provide any context regarding the forced, inauthentic nature of an extraordinary rarity of these pairings. However, relying on the specious narrative propagated by Media Matters, the advertisers targeted took these pairings to be anything but rare and inorganic, with all but one of the companies featured in Media Matters piece withdrawing all ads from X, including Apple, Comcast, NBC Universal, and IBM, some of X's largest advertisers. Indeed, in pulling all advertisers from X in response to this intentionally deceptive report, IBM called pairings an entirely unacceptable situation. Only Oracle did not withdraw its ads. The truth bore no resemblance to Media Matters' narrative. In fact, IBM's Comcast and Oracle's paid posts appeared alongside the fringe content cited by Media Matters for only one viewer out of more than 500 million on all of X. Media Matters, not a single authentic user of X platform saw IBM, Comcast, or Oracle's ad next to that content, which Media Matters achieved only through its manipulation of X's algorithms as described above, and in Apple's case, only 2 out of more than 500 million active users saw its ad appear alongside the fringe content cited in the article, at least one of which was Media Matters. But a million times worse. Media Matters could have produced fair, accurate account of users' interactions with advertisements on X via basic reporting following real users, documenting the actual organic production of content and advertisement pairings. Had it done so, it would not have produced the outcome Media Matters so desperately desired, which was to tarnish X's reputation by associating it with racist content. So instead, Media Matters chose to maliciously represent the X experience with the intention of harming X and its businesses. All right, so, and then you said 6 through 11? I think we're good. Do we get it, or do we want more fucking legal? I think we're good. We good? We kind of get the gist of it. Like I said, Ozzy will cover it. If you want more in depth of the legal side, go over to my good friend Ozzy Overlord. All right, so I know we get it. We get it. We got it. All right, so here's the other interesting part. This lawsuit was filed in Texas, right state of Texas. It was in the United States District Court for the Northwest District of Texas, Fort Worth Division. So Kenneth Paxton, the recently almost impeached Attorney General of the state of Texas, who seems like a decent guy, but who the hell knows? I reserve my right to judgment. Corporations are government entities. The government outlines the rules and regulations for the creation of legal entity. If government didn't exist, neither would corporations. Potentially. Yeah, I'm not a lawyer, so. So, also, Ken Paxton has announced an investigation into Media Matters for their deceptive practices, amongst other things. I think this one's almost more interesting because Elon's just going to probably get a payout for lost revenue for all the money he lost with all the bullshit. But I think this one's the really one that could hit hard. And again, I don't know. You'd have to ask a lawyer for advice, because we don't know anyone that would give advice like that. But we're actually going to go back over to Elon Musk's Twitter, because it's right here, for immediate release, November 20th, 2023. So yesterday. Attorney General Ken Paxton opens investigation in media matters for potential fraudulent activity. Austin, the Office of the Attorney General, is opening an investigation into media matters for potential fraudulent activity under the Texas Business Organization Code and the Deceptive Trade Practices Act. The OIG will vigorously enforce against nonprofits who commit fraudulent acts affecting the state of Texas. Attorney General Paxton was extremely troubled by the allegations that Media Matters, a radical anti-free speech organization, fraudulently manipulated data on X.com, formerly known as Twitter. You think so? This will be an interesting part. Yeah. He wasn't really forced to. He kind of took this up. So we're examining the issue closely to ensure the public has not been deceived by any of the schemes of radical left-wing organizations who would like nothing more than to limit freedom by reducing participation in the public square, said Attorney General Paxton. So I'm more excited about this one. Elon doesn't really need to get any richer. Like he's fine. But this one could have some impact. So who is Media Matters? Let's flip to the last section of this. Media Matters is a company, a nonprofit company, and we'll start with Wikipedia, because that's about as credible as Media Matters. So we want to stay on their level, We don't want to use real fucking sources. We want to use something that's on the level of Media Matters. Oh, yes. Tim Pool has also joined the lawsuit as well. Oh, really? Hang on, I'll wait just a second for it to... See, because it says on... now it says on StreamYard my connection's unstable, but I still have good internet speed. So. That's what I'm talking about, Bobby. It says it's unstable, but then one thing says it is stable. So, who the hell am I? Am I me, or am I someone else? Hi, Neo and Ghostry over on Rumble as well. I don't know if I said hi to you. Yeah, my fucking speeds are ridiculous. There should be no issue whatsoever there. So, there. Now we're back to a stable connection. Shut up, Bobby. So Media Matters is a left-leaning nonprofit organization media watchdog group. It was founded in 2004 by journalist and political activist David Brock, American liberal political consultant, actor, and commentator. As a counterweight to Conservative Media Research Center. It's also known for its aggressive criticism of journalists and media outlets, including its war on Fox News. So that's kind of the breakdown of what the hell they are. So they supposedly analyze news sources. They are, uber liberals, super woke. They hate Tucker Carlson. No, the only thing you can use with fucking StreamYard is Chrome. So that's what I'm using. All right, so they hate Tucker Carlson. So this is about 6 months ago they went after Tucker. Maybe it could have been a little bit longer than that now. But this is something that Alex Jones put together we'll just do like the first minute of it because then Alex talks for a half an hour and blah blah blah.
You know what? I'm not qualified on that score, I will say. I thought his girlfriend was kind of yummy. Just kidding. Just kidding. In case this is being pulled off the bird. Yeah, the bird. Hey, media matters for America. Go yourself. That's the first thing I want to say tonight. Second thing is, totally kidding. I don't even know what his girlfriend looks like. And if I did, I would not find her yummy. Well, I feel great. You know, I can never assess my appearance. I wait for my postmenopausal fans to weigh in on that. My IFB. What? They want to control me from afar? Okay, I'm putting the leash on. You can. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I got you, baby.
Okay, so he knows.
All right, shut up, Alex. So that's kind of what Media Matters does. They try and catch conservatives in bullshit, and so they can make them look stupid. So this is kind of par for the course. This is what they do for the most part. They're garbage. They're absolute fucking garbage. So if we go over to influencewatch.com or .org, Media Matters for America was established in 2004 by conservative turned liberal activist David Brock. MMFA was created 501c3 tax-exempt nonprofit organization. MMFA positions itself as a fact checker, focusing on conservative media bias and inaccuracies. In practice, the organization frequently criticizes opinions of conservative commentators. So they have a 2019 budget, $14,164,151, $13,594,863 in expenses, and $6 million in assets. Media Matters, blah, blah, blah. In the early 1900s, Brock was a conservative investigative journalist. By the end of the decade, he had become a liberal activist. He created MFA to confront conservative journalism, of which he was previously part of. In founding, Brock received help and guidance from the Center for American Progress, which at the time was also recently formed by former officials of the Clinton White House. The site was intended to become a larger liberal media apparatus aimed at combating conservative opinion makers like radio host Rush Limbaugh. Brock stated he hoped MMFA could provide content for struggling new liberal talk shows, including former U.S. Senator Al Franken. Application for IRS nonprofit status. It's aimed to address the following problem. It's common for the news and commentary press to present viewpoints that tend to overly promote corporate interests, rights of the wealthy, and a conservative Christian influenced ideology, because those things are all bad. MFers, we'll just go with that, had been established to identify occurrences of excessive bias in American media, educate the public as to their existence, and work with members of media to reduce them in order to ensure that the public receives news coverage and information that is not only accurate, but free from domination by a particular worldview. So now it's all liberal, though. MFers was founded with $2 million in donations from prominent liberal donors such as Susie Tompkins Buell, Leo Hindery, and James Hormel. Comprehensively monitoring, analyzing, and correcting conservative misinformation in the U.S. media. Claims to conduct in-depth media analysis. But its website is equally filled with liberal calls to action for its users. Yeah, it's just a liberal hate network. Some of the criticisms on Media Matters. I agree. When Jussie Smollett, an actor on the drama series Empire, orchestrated a fictional hate crime against himself on January 30th, 2019, MMFA defended Smollett's story. despite early indications that Smollett's reported hate crimes had inconsistencies. MMFA labeled the skepticism as right-wing smear just one day after the event. MMFA also accused Twitter and YouTube of artificially promoting content that doubted Smollett's story. MMFA's article was later updated on February 21st. Great day. Great man was born on that day. After Smollett was arrested for filing a false police report. I think it's still too soon to read this one. We'll read the first paragraph. Support for the Clinton campaign in 2016. On August 13th, 2020, conservative nonprofit Patriots Foundation filed a lawsuit against the Federal Election Commission for not acting on complaints it had issued to the FEC April against political operative David Brock and four of his organizations for allegedly assisting Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign. The organizations included Media Matters for America, America Bridge 21st Century PAC, America Bridge 21st Century Foundation, and Correct the Record. The complaint issued on April 8th alleged that the organizations had coordinated with the Clinton campaign while violating FEC regulations, with lawsuit coming after 120 days of inaction. So they helped the Clinton campaign. I think this is the interesting, and it's always follow the money. Where's the money? Where's it coming from? Where's it going to? So community foundations that give this organization substantial funding. So Media Matters was founded with $2 million in funding from wealthy progressives funneled through the Tides Foundation, with another funding from MoveOn.org and the New Democrat Network. The left-of-center donor group known as the Democracy Alliance endorsed the group in 2004, resulting in a flood of donations. In 2010, good old George Soros gave that group $1 million. MFA has received substantial funding from labor unions, most notably the National Education Association. Following groups have made money or contributions. Contributors in italics are donor-advised funds, a philanthropic vehicle that can use to hide donor identities, which have often been attacked by liberal groups as dark money. So here's one of those one. Combined Jewish Philanthropies of Greater Boston, $400,000. Fidelity Investments Charitable Gift Fund, $500,000. The Bohemian Foundation, nothing nefarious there, $200,000. Community Foundation of the United Jewish Federation of San Diego, $200,000. National Education Association, $200,000. Marin Community Foundation, $150,000. Glazer Progress Foundation, $100,284. Joseph and Mary Field Foundation, $100,000. Orange County Community Foundation, $75,000. Vanguard Charitable Endowment Programs, $68,200. Jewish Communal Fund, $62,000. New York Community Trust, $54,250. Rebecca and Nathan Mukowski Family Foundation, $50,000. Small Change, $50,000. Lizzie and Jonathan Tisch Family Foundation, $50,000. Fairfield County Community Foundation, $50,000. And Phoebe Snow, $50,000. And Media Matters has made some contribution to other progressive groups. In 2014, it provided $930,000 in assistance to the Franklin Education Forum, a progressive media training group that's also a part of the Brock Network. The American Independent, a Brock-linked investigative outfit, received $150,000. Damn. Yep. There is a theme. So the founder is David Brock. This Angelo Corsoni, He's he's special. I mean, the best way would just be to hear him talk. Well, just basically any he's a permanent fixture pretty much on MSNBC. He's always over there.
If you watch right-wing media, if that is what you consume in any form, what is it that you believe happened this past week?
You believe that the deep state, not just the extremists on the right, but the mainstream Republicans now believe that this was sort of the next step in their plan to persecute Donald Trump, and not just Donald Trump, but then that they would then come after you next. That's what you believe, and it doesn't matter what part of right-wing media you watch. It's one of the few weeks we've had in a while where there's almost uniformity, whether it's Fox News or Talk Radio or Alex Jones. They're all saying the same thing, and that's what you believe. You believe this was just another step in a big plot.
Okay, that was unimportant. I just wanted you guys to kind of put a face to the name. So he is the current CEO of Media Matters. Yeah, and so that's kind of what we're at here. So just to recap, and then just to recap, we have a group that is very pro liberal, very pro liberal policy, anti-Trump, anti-Fox News, anti-Musk, anti-free speech, that in Media Matters, that has repeatedly bashed several people on the right, to include Tucker Carlson. And his recent come at was at Mr. Elon Musk. They allegedly manipulated some of the media to put it next to advertisements, so that they could gotcha some of these companies into removing their advertisements. It was effective. Most of them did, and yeah, and that's kind of where we're at. Elon, as promised, filed a lawsuit and is suing them. Also, Attorney General of the state of Texas, Ken Paxton, has also filed an action against Media Matters for unfair practices. And I think this will be a fun one to watch. It's going to be federal. So absolutely. Always heard this hate speech from the new CEO. Yep. All of the foundations and trusts that donate are all of my grandparents and great grandparents area. Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff going around and nothing actually comes from where it comes from. It's all from someplace else. Remember, Tucker's dad was CIA and also a journalist, among other things. Tucker is just deep state. His dad was, in my opinion. Yeah, and could be just a controlled opposition hit, but I also know that not everybody's a massive fan of Elon Musk. I happen to really enjoy Elon Musk. I think he's doing great things. He's obviously an idol. He's obviously somebody that I look up to, and I think he's doing the best with what he can. Do I think he's 100% conservative? No, but I think he's doing the best with what he has, and I commend him for it. And again, he's putting his money where his mouth is, because this is not going to be a cheap lawsuit. So, yes, that's true. That's true, Ghostry. But, so yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Unfortunately, like I said, this is federal lawsuit filed in federal court, so we're not going to see any video from it. Nobody's going to cover it. If they would, I'd be right there. But yeah, I think that's going to be probably pretty close to it for me. I was just really frustrated by it and wanted to definitely get the information out. Yes, please like this video, because they already have, and they're going to continue to throttle it. I've been showing people in Discord, I'll have 14 likes and only like 4 views on the video, and you're like, how the fuck does that even happen? So YouTube's being a dick. But yeah, same. Yep. I would do both, but I would do both. I'm a big fan of Elon. I think he's fallible just like everyone else. He's human. But I'm a big fan of him, and I'm a big fan of everything he's doing. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow's going to be news. We're going to move news from Thursday to Wednesday. Maybe. So we're going to move news from Thursday to Wednesday. Thursday, I am going to be with my family for the holiday. If I don't see you before then, I wish all my American friends a very happy Thanksgiving. And as well as everybody else that, is tangentially American, happy Thanksgiving. But I will stream for sure tomorrow. We'll catch up on news. And then I'll be back on Friday, and we'll be back to normal. So, yes. Yes, I would. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Please hit that like, subscribe if you're not, and I will catch everybody again tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody.